Have you ever wondered why some older men, even when they shower every day and try to stay clean, still carry an unpleasant smell? They don't even notice. It's a sensitive subject, rarely spoken about openly, but it plays a huge role in confidence, dignity, and how others perceive you. The truth is, once you reach a certain age, those little daily habits, especially in the bathroom, quietly decide whether you stay fresh and comfortable or end up with odors you'd rather not have. This isn't just about appearance. It's about self-respect, pride, and feeling in control of your own body. After 70, the body naturally changes. The skin holds onto odors longer, and metabolism slows down, and routines that once seemed harmless may suddenly work against you. That's why this video was created, to help older men feel clean, confident, and fully in charge of their presence again. Today we'll go through 5 bathroom habits that may secretly be the reason behind unwanted body odor. This isn't about shaming or blaming. These are gentle adjustments that can make a huge difference in your everyday life. Whether you live alone with your partner or share a living space, you deserve to feel at ease in your own skin. And make sure to stick around until the very end, because the last tip might be something you've never thought about before, and it could completely change the way you approach your daily routine. Habit number 1, neglecting proper wiping technique. It sounds basic, almost too simple to mention, but it's one of the most common hidden causes of lingering odor in older men. As the years go by, flexibility decreases. Many men find it harder to reach and clean thoroughly, especially if they're dealing with arthritis or stiff joints. A quick wipe may feel like enough, but in reality it often isn't. Even the smallest trace left behind can quickly turn into odor, seeping into clothing, bedding, and eventually affecting how people around you experience your presence. Another issue many people overlook is relying too much on dry toilet paper. The truth is, dry paper doesn't always clean thoroughly. In fact, it often smears instead of wiping clean, especially if you're dealing with loosey stools, something that commonly happens in older age due to medication or dietary changes. That residue can easily settle into the folds of the skin, particularly if you spend long hours sitting during the day. And if you're wearing absorbent underwear or tight-fitting briefs, the problem only gets worse. This isn't about being dirty, it's simply that the method you've been using for years may no longer be doing its job effectively. To make matters more complicated, your sense of smell naturally declines with age. That means others may notice an odor long before you ever realize it yourself. This creates an uncomfortable gap. You believe you're staying clean and taking care of yourself, but people around you may feel uneasy. They won't say anything to your face. Instead, they quietly keep their distance, or worse, talk behind your back. That's not fair to you. You deserve to know the truth and take back control. The solution is simple: switch to moist wipes or install a bidet attachment. Both options provide a far cleaner, more comfortable experience while cutting down odor dramatically. And if mobility is an issue, there are long-handled personal hygiene tools designed specifically for older adults, making it easier to reach without straining your body. Investing in these tools doesn't mean you're weak. It shows you respect yourself, your comfort, and your dignity. Staying fresh is more than hygiene. It restores confidence. It makes you want to go out, connect with people, and smile more often. And when you walk into a room feeling clean and comfortable, that confidence shines through. People can see it, and they respond to you with warmth and respect. At this stage of life, peace of mind is priceless. And that brings us to habit number 2, infrequent underwear changes. This is one of the hidden culprits many older men don't realize is directly affecting their personal scent. It may sound minor, but the difference between smelling fresh and smelling stale often comes down to the underwear you are wearing, and more importantly, how long you've been wearing it. As we age, the body no longer cools itself the same way. We sweat differently. The skin becomes thinner. Circulation slows down, and some areas of the body remain damp for longer periods. Combine that with underwear worn for 2 or even 3 days in a row, and you've got the perfect recipe for odor that clings to your body and follows you everywhere you go. The tricky part is many men have no idea it's happening. Why pee? Because once you retire or live alone, the urgency to stick to a laundry routine often fades. You might think it's not dirty. I've just been sitting at home. I didn't even sweat today. But odor doesn't only come from exertion. It builds up from natural skin oils, dead skin cells, And yes, even a bit of urine leakage, which becomes increasingly common with age and certain medications. Many men experience light dribbles without noticing. It may not feel like much, but even small leaks absorbed into the fabric create a warm, damp environment where bacteria thrive. And it's bacteria, not just moisture, that create odor. The longer the fabric sits against your skin, the more it traps smells and transfers them back onto your body throughout the day. And let's be honest, not all underwear is created equal. Old, stretched-out briefs made from heavy, non-breathable fabric trap heat and moisture, making everything worse. If you haven't replaced your underwear in years, chances are it's doing you more harm than good. The fix is simple: change your underwear daily. No exceptions, even if you're not leaving the house. And consider upgrading to moisture-wicking, breathable fabrics designed for hygiene and comfort. You'll be amazed at how much fresher you feel simply by slipping into a clean pair of underwear each day. Not only will your clothes smell better, but even the chair you sit on won't hold on to that musty odor anymore. Most importantly, your confidence will rise, because deep down, we all know that feeling clean restores a sense of pride. Wearing fresh underwear isn't just about looking presentable for others. It's about dignity. It's about respecting yourself enough to keep your body in a state you can be proud of. Every time you put on something clean, you're sending out a quiet yet powerful message: I still care about myself. I still matter. If you're still watching and finding these tips valuable, drop the number 2 in the comments below so I know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that button and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support allows us to keep creating helpful content that informs and inspires. Now let's move on to the next habit. Habit number 3, neglecting bathroom ventilation. It might sound surprising, but one of the silent culprits behind lingering body odor in older men doesn't come from the body itself. It comes from the air around you, specifically the damp, stale air that lingers inside the bathroom. When ventilation is poor or non-existent, you may not think it has any effect on your personal scent, but it absolutely does, and often in ways you wouldn't expect. Bathrooms are built to handle moisture, but only if they have proper air circulation. Without it, every steamy shower, every toilet flush, and every damp towel left hanging all add to a growing humidity problem. And that moisture doesn't just float in the air, it settles into everything: your bath mats, your towels, even the clothes you leave hanging on a hook. Over time, it creates the perfect breeding ground for mildew and bacteria, both of which produce musty, sour odors that cling to your skin and clothes. The challenge is many older men don't notice it, especially if they live alone or have grown used to the smell of their own home. But guests notice, caregivers notice. Even family members who only visit occasionally pick up on the scent that lingers in your clothing. The problem goes beyond personal comfort. It quietly affects your reputation too. Think about it: after a shower, most of us grab the same towel that's been hanging in the bathroom for days. But if that towel has been sitting in a damp room, even when you step out squeaky clean, you're wiping mildew and musty odor right back onto your skin. And once that smell clings to your body and clothes, no amount of deodorant or cologne can truly cover it up. The bigger issue isn't just towels or bath mats, it's the air itself. When the air is thick with humidity, even your skin doesn't dry properly after bathing. Areas like your underarms, groin, or under the belly stay slightly damp, creating the perfect environment for bacteria to multiply and odors to spread. The fix is simple: make bathroom ventilation a non-negotiable part of your routine. If you have an exhaust fan, use it every time you shower and let it run for at least 15 to 20 minutes afterward. No fan crack a window or leave the door open once you're done. Hang your towels where they can dry fully instead of bunching them up on a hook, and replace bath mats regularly. You'd be surprised how much odor they hold on to. These small steps don't just freshen up your bathroom, they freshen you. You'll notice your towels smell cleaner, your clothes carry less must, and your skin even feels better after a shower. A simple change with a big impact on how you present yourself to the world and how comfortable you feel in your own home. Now let's move on to habit number 4, skipping deodorant or using the wrong kind. Many older men believe that once they retire, they no longer need to keep up with certain routines. Unfortunately, deodorant is often the first thing to go. You might think, I don't sweat like I used to, I'm just at home. Who cares? But here's the truth: even if you don't notice it, people around you probably do. Odor doesn't just come from heavy sweating, it can come from low-level constant body odor that builds up over time, especially under the arms. And without deodorant, that process only speeds up. Here's something most people don't realize: as we get older, our skin changes. Our natural oil production shifts, and the bacteria living on our skin, especially in warm areas like the armpits, begin interacting differently with those oils. That interaction creates a distinct scent, one that, if left unmanaged, becomes more noticeable with age. This isn't about poor hygiene. You could shower every single day and still deal with body odor if you're not applying the right kind of protection afterward. The problem often comes from skipping deodorant altogether or sticking with the same brand you used decades ago. Assuming it worked, then it must still work now. But bodies change, and what worked in your 30s or 40s may barely work at all today. Some men switch to natural deodorants in an effort to be healthier, which is perfectly fine unless it's not doing the job. Many aluminum-free or fragrance-free sticks simply don't have the staying power needed for older skin. Another common mistake is confusing deodorant with antiperspirant. Deodorant masks and neutralizes odor, while antiperspirant reduces sweating. Some products do both, but not all. Many men unknowingly use one that only does half the job, then wonder why odor returns just a few hours later. I once knew a 78-year-old gentleman, let's call him Robert, who prided himself on being low maintenance. He'd shower in the morning, skip deodorant completely, and assume that was enough. But his daughter gently told him that whenever she visited, she noticed a faint odor, even though his home was spotless. The issue wasn't his hygiene, it was the silent absence of that last step deodorant. Once Robert started using a proper antiperspirant deodorant combo that matched his needs, the difference was immediate. Since Robert made the switch to a proper deodorant, his clothes stayed fresher, his confidence grew, and those awkward moments of people subtly stepping back disappeared. That one small change transformed not only how others saw him, but also how he viewed himself. So take a moment to evaluate what you're using, or whether you're using anything at all. Make sure it truly fits your current body and lifestyle, because the truth is you're never too old to care about how you present yourself. And deodorant is one of the simplest, most effective tools to help you do just that. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, drop the number 4 in the comments so I know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a video. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs and inspires. Now let's move on to habit number 5, using air fresheners instead of tackling real odors. This is one of the biggest mistakes many older men make when it comes to bathroom habits, relying on sprays to mask bad smells rather than eliminating the source. A quick spritz might feel like it's doing the job, but in reality it only covers the odor for a short time. Worse, it often mixes with the underlying smell, creating something even more noticeable and more unpleasant. Over time, that combination becomes part of the infamous old man smell people talk about. It clings to your clothes, your towels, even your skin, without you realizing it. Many seniors get into the routine of spraying the bathroom after each use, thinking they're being considerate or tidy. But if the toilet bowl hasn't been properly scrubbed, if the ventilation is poor, or if damp towels are still hanging around absorbing moisture and bacteria, then that air freshener isn't solving anything. The truth is, spraying air freshener over an unclean bathroom is like putting perfume on top of mildew, urine residue, and lingering particles. And most people can tell. Take my friend George, a 78-year-old gentleman I used to play cards with. He was sharp, well-dressed, and always smelled faintly of lemon spray. At first you'd think, well, that's fresh, but step inside his home and the scent hit differently, like citrus mixed with damp socks. The problem? He had a leaky toilet seal, rarely opened the window, and sprayed air freshener every few hours. He didn't think much of it until his daughter gently mentioned that the house didn't smell clean. It smelled like it was trying too hard. And that's the key: air fresheners are supposed to be the cherry on top of a clean bathroom, not the entire dessert. If the base is dirty, no amount of fragrance will fix it. And for men in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, when the sense of smell naturally weakens, the risk is even greater. You might think things smell fine, but visitors may have an entirely different experience. So what's the solution? First, tackle the moisture. A damp bathroom is the perfect breeding ground for mold and mildew, both of which produce odors that cling to fabrics and skin. Run a fan, crack a window, and always let towels dry fully between uses. Second, clean the toilet thoroughly. Not just the bowl, but under the rim around the base in the seat hinges. Third, clean the overlooked areas. Floors, light switches, door handles, these spots hold on to odors too. Only after the bathroom is truly clean should you add a light scent. And when you do choose something subtle like essential oils or baking soda-based fresheners, these don't overpower the nose and are less likely to create that harsh chemical smell that lingers and mixes with everything else. At the end of the day, the goal isn't to smell like flowers, it's to smell clean, fresh, and natural. A bathroom that smells good because it's truly clean will always leave a stronger impression than one trying to hide a mess with fragrance. That kind of cleanliness sends a powerful message that you respect yourself and the people who share your space. Final thoughts. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you not just for watching, but for caring enough about yourself to face a topic that many avoid. Talking about odor can feel awkward, even embarrassing. But what we've explored today isn't about shame, it's about taking back control. Your scent is part of how the world experiences you, and more importantly, how you experience yourself. The 5 habits we discussed may seem small, but together they have a powerful effect on how you feel, how others treat you, and how confidently you move through life. This isn't just about soap or deodorant. It's about dignity. It's about not letting age strip away the pride you've built over a lifetime. And here's the good news, it's never too late to make a change. You don't need to overhaul your entire routine overnight. Just start with one simple shift. Maybe it's putting on fresh underwear every morning. Maybe it's finally replacing that old towel. Or maybe it's simply noticing how your bathroom smells when no one's around. Whatever it is, that single action sends a clear message: I still care, I still matter, and you do. If this video gave you a new perspective, consider subscribing and turning on notifications. You'd be surprised how many more videos like this are here to support you. And if you know someone who might be quietly struggling with this issue, share this video with kindness. Sometimes the smallest nudge opens the biggest door. Until next time, take care of your space, your body, and your spirit. You've earned that much and more.